All right, boys and girls. Today we're going to make a portrait, a self-portrait. And a self-portrait is a picture of yourself. So we're going to draw a picture of ourselves enjoying a wonderful snow day. And hopefully we'll get to enjoy one of those one day. So we're going to draw ourselves first. So I'm going to be brave and just go with Sharpie. But you can start with pencil, I suggest, and then trace it later. Now you'll notice I'm using the back of a picture and it's got marker bleeding through, it's got paint on it, and I'm okay with that because it's a sketchbook, all right? And if it bleeds through, it'll be okay. I'm gonna add color on top, so it's gonna cover most of it. And if I see some of it, it's okay. I'm all right with that. All right, so let's draw together. So we're gonna draw our portrait. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a circle, and I'm gonna leave a little space in that circle for the nose. So you'll see what I'm gonna do first. So I'm gonna draw the circle near the top half of the paper, and I'm gonna leave a little space in the middle at the top so I can connect the nose, okay? So here I go. So big circle. And I leave a little space at the top. If you have your pencil, you can just erase that space. That's super easy. Now to draw ourselves, we're gonna draw ourselves a little silly. It's gonna be a different kind of perspective. Perspective is the way we see things. We're not gonna see the front of our face, we're gonna see the bottom of it. It's gonna be like we're throwing our head back and screaming and laughing and just enjoying our snow day. So we're only gonna see our mouths and the bottom of our nose. So it's gonna be kind of a silly portrait, but still fun to make. So now I'm gonna connect the two sides of my circle with a curved line. This is gonna be the bottom of the nose, just like that. And if you wanna draw nostrils in there, you can. I'm just gonna leave it blank. Okay? Now I'm gonna draw the mouth. The mouth is gonna be open. It's gonna be screaming and yelling and laughing. So I'm gonna draw my mouth open. So you can draw an oval, a circle, or what I'm gonna do is kind of like a rounded triangle. So I'm gonna go over and back down and over again. So now you can start to see the mouth, the nose, and the face. So let's keep focusing on the mouth, and I'm gonna add a line near the top. This is gonna be for our teeth, and then I add short lines going up to down. Now, if you have some missing teeth, you can draw those if you want. If you have braces, you can draw your braces, whatever you want, okay? Now, since we're seeing the top half, we're not gonna see our bottom half of our teeth, but we will see that tongue. So I'm gonna draw a big M at the bottom of the mouth for the tongue. So there's my tongue. Okay. Now we're gonna start to draw the body. So I'm gonna make the neck first. So at the bottom of my head, I can draw two lines straight down, but it's cold outside since I'm playing in the snow. So I'm gonna add a scarf. So instead of going straight down, I'm gonna curve out, just like that. So it looks like I'm wearing a scarf. And then I add a curved line all the way to the bottom of my page or the side because I got a nice big fluffy jacket on. All right, now I'm gonna connect these two little parts with a curved line for the rest of my scarf. And then I'm gonna add a little side of my scarf that's, just laying down on my chest. So I just add some wavy lines. And now I have my scarf. Now, of course, you can add patterns if you want to, which I love stripes, you know that. So I'm gonna add some stripes on my scarf. And just to make it more fancy, I might do a double stripe. Okay. So now it's looking really cool. All right, so now for the hair. So, since my hair is short, I'm gonna draw just little lines sticking out from my head. But if you have long hair, you might have it just coming out of the sides. So I'm gonna draw some little lines going off because I have some short hair. Remember, this is just we're seeing the bottom half of our face. So there's my hair. Looks so silly. Okay, now I'm gonna decorate my sweater. So I get to add more patterns and designs. So I'm gonna add some stripes first, just so I can have places to draw. And I'm gonna add some patterns. You know I love a good pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so I added some more details to my face. You know what, more I think about it, I am gonna add some nostrils. There we go. All right, I gave myself a beard because I have facial hair, so I gave myself a beard, a crazy hairstyle, and lots of patterns. So at this time, you can go ahead and outline your picture. Anything that is dark, so a marker or dark crayon or color pencil is fine. And then we're gonna add some color. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some colors first. And I'm gonna use crayons because I'm gonna paint on top of mine. So I love the way crayons look with paint on top of them. The crayons really do a great job of resisting the paints. Now I'm also using a white oil pastel, but if you don't have oil pastel, a white crayon will work too. And I'm gonna make some little dots in the sky for the snowflakes. You can add as many dots in the sky as you want. Now they won't appear at first. It won't happen until you paint. Now if you don't have paints, you can just leave those spots blank and they'll stay white, okay? So however you want to add your snowflakes, you also know how to do that flicking of paint, or you can even cut pieces of paper and glue them on top for snowflakes. So whatever you want to do. Now, of course, you want to make sure it looks like you, so you want to match your skin color and your facial hair, just so it looks more like you. But everything else you can choose, like your colors of your sweater. It could be any kind of color you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and color mine in, and I'll paint it after that. So here I go. So I have my picture all colored in, and now I'm gonna paint. So I'm gonna paint right over top of it. I probably won't paint over the teeth just so I can keep those nice and white, but I can use any colors I want to paint my picture. I might even blend some colors, who knows? So I'm gonna go ahead and paint. I got myself ready, got my watercolors. Watercolors are the best to add on top of crayon. Once I add them, the snowflakes will appear. Again, if you don't have paints, you can just skip them or skip where they go and just color around them. So now I'm gonna go ahead and paint. So here I go. All right, boys and girls, there's my picture. It looks so awesome. Looks like I'm having a lot of fun in the snow. I hope you guys had fun. See you later. Bye.